Good morning. It's Monday. We made it through the weekend. I barely made it through the weekend. Happy Monday. Enjoy the show. Well, good morning, everybody. Let's go to work. So today, I thought I'd talk about something near and dear to my heart. Something I mentioned on the first video. If any of you, really know me, you know that I am a huge Star Wars fan. And when I mean huge, I mean huge. I have a Millennium Falcon sticker on the side of my truck. I drink out of a Chewbacca coffee mug every morning. I live and breathe this shit. And I really... I want to say I don't know why, but I do know why. It's because that it's been a huge part of my life. And what I mean by that is if you think back to your earliest memory, like the one that you can't remember anything before that, your earliest memory, mine happens to be standing on the little hump in the back seat of whatever 1970s car my parents had at the time, standing in between the front seats, looking up at a screen at a drive-in, and seeing this big hairy monster scream at this little remote control black car, and that was Star Wars, and that is honestly my earliest memory. So for me, Star Wars is huge. I'm part of that generation that, was perfect. Star Wars, the first one was released May 25th, 1977. That put me right at about 2 years old. Excuse me. And, I ended up growing up with it. Episode 4, 5, and 6 during the late 70s and the early 80s, and then just living with the toys and everything else. And even after that, I was so excited when George Lucas decided to do the prequel trilogy. Now, I know a lot of people have certain opinions about those movies, and some people say that the prequels, we don't want to talk about them, and, especially the whole Jar Jar thing. But, to be honest with you, I watched them recently, and I kind of still like them. They are what they are. George Lucas said himself that, these movies are for kids. They're not meant to be taken so seriously, and I think that's what sometimes Star Wars fans end up doing, is taking themselves a little bit too seriously. They're movies, they're good movies, and I enjoy the hell out of them. And I'm gonna just eat up whatever they give me. So, keep making the movies, and I'll keep watching them. And the other thing is that Star Wars isn't just movies. It's everything else. It's the toys. It's the collectibles. There's comic books. There's an extended universe outside of it, in books and TV shows. And right now, ever since Disney bought Lucasfilm, we are primed to always have something Star Wars around to watch or to be a part of. Disneyland, I believe, in California just opened up their Galaxy's Edge Star Wars land. I mean, are you kidding me? A land where you can actually go and drink blue milk? Yes, please. I will definitely take the trip at some point and go see that. And like I said, ever since Disney took over Lucasfilm, we now live in a world where my generation will never see the end of Star Wars. Star Wars will always go on. There will always be a new movie. There will always be new shows and things to enjoy. The other part of Star Wars that I want to tell you about is, I don't know if you guys know this, but there is an organization out there that was formed back in the late 90s. It's called the 501st. The 501st Stormtrooper Legion is a group, it's a non-profit group of people, Star Wars fans, that actually build their own movie-ready Stormtrooper costumes. And other costumes as well, not just Stormtrooper. It's expanded to all different types of outfits that have been in the movies. And one of my dreams was to become part of this 501st Legion. These people, they go to comic book conventions dressed up as Stormtroopers, and they also go to hospitals with sick kids, just to bring a little bit of cheer and happiness to some of these kids that are really sick. And that's only the little bit that they do. I mean, there's so many other things they do. They march in parades. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's nothing cooler than a battalion of Stormtroopers marching in a parade in your local town. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So, like I said, I've always wanted to join it, and the one way to join it is you have to build your own Stormtrooper costume. There's places out there that you could buy the vacuum formed plastic, and then you have to build it. You have to cut the pieces out. You have to make it screen ready, and it's an undertaking. But by what I've seen, once you get done with it, the rewards are amazing, and I can't wait to be a part of it. Hopefully here in the next, couple of months, I'll be able to get my hands on one of these kits and start building my own Stormtrooper costume. I know it sounds silly, but it's just one of those things I've always wanted to do. And ever since I lost a lot of weight, I don't know if you guys know this, but over the past year, I've dropped about 115 pounds so far, and one of my goals when I hit my goal weight was to become part of the 501st Legion, and now that I hit my goal weight, I'm going to make that happen. I think I deserve it, and it just sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, Star Wars just is part of my life, and it always will be. I mean, I have a couple of lightsabers hanging on the wall at home. My wife actually allows it. She's a big Star Wars fan too, and we love having the discussions about Star Wars, and even when the first episode 7 came out, I mean, Dawn and I actually spent a Saturday and a Sunday re-watching all of the other Star Wars movies because we wanted to see if Rey could possibly be a Kenobi, which I think is the actual lineage of her. I believe she's a Kenobi, and we'll see what happens in the next one, episode 9, which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen the trailer for episode 9, just go watch it. I don't think I have ever been as excited about a movie coming out because after The Last Jedi, which Rian Johnson kind of, I don't know if he did a bad job, but I don't think he did a good job, killing off a bunch of people and just kind of, it almost felt disrespectful. what Rian Johnson did with that Last Jedi movie. But that being said, I still enjoyed it. But this next one, J.J. Abrams is back directing it, and oh my God, I can't wait for it. It's called The Rise of Skywalker, for God's sake. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And if it's not, it's still a Star Wars movie. I'm still gonna love it. So, that's it. You know. Hey, look, I'm at work, and yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Like I said, a little bit of talk about Star Wars. I'm always willing to do that. So, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Happy Monday, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.